4 construction pros from ConExpo 2017 right here at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And I'm surrounded by folks from Sage. Dennis Stakel on my left here is Vice President of Strategy and Customer Success, and Walt Davis is with the estimating group of Sage Construction and Real Estate. And I'll tell you what we're trying to do is talking about hiring, and the fact that these two gentlemen have both been involved and engaged in some surveys that have been taken in conjunction with AGC. And so I want to talk about some of the expansion and the idea that this is now, I think, in its 3rd term.
Yes, right.
So what have we found out after the 3rd term of surveying the industry, and what's your feedback?
Yeah, as we looked at the survey, it's actually a combination of a variety of things. Hiring was one of them,
right.
But we also did some studies about the usage of technology, specifically different types of operational, accounting, business development technologies.
Right.
And I believe Ken Simonson's going to talk with you a little while about the hiring side of it, and the fear that the contractors of the nation are challenged with shortages of people.
Are they or not?
And that leads to concerns on by the ownership, and they've got it. They're concerned about the safety of the individuals. They're concerned about the quality of the individuals, the work that's being performed. So, one of the areas that we touched on in the survey was, are you planning to spend more dollars on training? Making your employees better employees. And we found that 52% of the respondents said, yes, we're going to increase our training budgets so they can get more out of that staff.
Well, more in depth with that, are they also working more and more with, let's say, the schools and the community colleges?
We are hearing that. I've talked to a number of contractors who, through the AGC groups, through a variety of other trade associations, are putting together mentor programs and trying to get the youngsters of today back into the industry.
Absolutely. Now, your role is going to be estimating, and how does that fit into this whole picture? Are contractors pulling back on out there getting estimates and bids?
Oh no, I mean, as a matter of fact, the estimating's changed so much today from what it used to be.
Really?
Back in the day when everybody worked with blueprints, and it moved on into digital technology, and today with the advent of BIM, which is Building Information Modeling, the amount of information has increased dramatically that estimators have to deal with. And so we've gone from what we like to call estimating as an event-based process, where we maybe have 1 or 2 milestones and we wind up with a hard bid or a negotiated bid. Today, an estimator has to go through iterations of estimates. They may do 100 or 200 or 300 estimates for one project.
Really?
So they have to be able to respond to all of this massive amount of information, organize it, be able to then accumulate it and come out with the final bid in the end.
Well, does this also then focus in on the technology side of it, because the technology growth itself, as we know it, being at this show, and technology is just like an overriding umbrella right now in what it is being used for, not only on machines, but on manpower and training and everything else. Does that figure into the entire picture?
Absolutely, because as we see information growing and the amount of information they have to deal with, we now have to find ways to automate how that information gets from the designer to the estimator.
And one of the questions we asked in the survey is, what's your anticipated usage of BIM on your projects? And I think it was 69% said it is going to increase in 2017.
Really?
Which basically it's that adoption of new technology to get at that data.
It just continues to grow, the adoption.
So, in other words, we're kind of getting out of this old school, I don't need that stuff kind of mentality to go into like, well, if I'm going to compete in this day and age in the 21st century, this is where we've got to go.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing that spending show up in a lot of places. Another area that we asked, we asked, do you see increases in spending in the area of business development? And, as you talk to these evolving companies, they're saying, yes, we have to invest in better tools, even in the business development side, because it used to be a word of mouth type things, a relationship business, but they have to go out there. I think there was a number that 43% of the applicants are now using social media.
Sure.
Okay, in
social
some
media,
format.
PR firms, you name it.
Exactly.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, I tell you what, you guys are doing a fantastic job, and it's really interesting to have you sit down for a bit and share some of this information with us. Not only myself, but all of our viewers out there who may be at the show or may not be, but watching it on For Construction Pros, because this is just the kind of information that goes directly to the bottom line.
Right. It does.
Well, I want to thank both of you.
Thank you, Roger.
Dennis
Appreciate
it. It was a pleasure
Walt
being here with
Davis,
you.
it was a real pleasure and much success. I'll be looking for the next survey and those results.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Great
Thank
guys. From ConExpo 17.